Okay, good morning, students. Already we have finished 4 units. Today we are starting fifth unit. Fifth unit title: Dynamics of Particles and Rigid Bodies. The topics are dynamics of particles, displacement, velocity, and acceleration, their relationship, relative motion, curvilinear motion, projectiles, impulse and momentum, law of conservation of momentum, types of collision of elastic body, Newton's law of collision of bodies, coefficient of restitution. These are topic we are going to discuss. I have explained what is engineering mechanics. Engineering mechanics is a physical science. It deals about the body while rest or in motion under the action of forces. Further, it classified into rigid body mechanics, fluid mechanics, deformable body mechanics. The rigid body mechanics further classified into statics dynamics. The first 3 units we discussed statics. Okay, now we are moving to dynamics. What is dynamics? It is the branch of mechanics which deals with the study of bodies in motion. Okay, dynamics is divided into two branches again: kinematics, kinetics. Kinematics is a study of motion of bodies without reference which cause the motion. See, if the cyclist rested, no, initially the cycle is rest. Suppose you want to move, no, so we need you are applying force on the pedal, no, so the cycle started to moving. Or applying the force on the handlebar, we can move. The initially fan is rest. We switch on the fan is started to rotating. Switch on the fan means the current goes to the fan, that is motor rotating, so we need force. The car also, bus also initially rest. After engine starting, the car is moving. So if we want to move any body, we need force. Okay. This kinematics, without considering force, the other parameter discuss. Okay. What are the other parameters? Velocity. How much velocity is going with? How the acceleration? We know changing gear, no, first gear to second gear to third gear. That is changing velocity. No, changing velocity means what? We know acceleration, no, changing velocity. Then how much time taken? Then deceleration comes to this. No, we are reducing the speed. Fourth gear to third gear to second gear to first gear. This is deceleration. So without about other motion parameter, that is called displacement, velocity, acceleration, time. This is called kinematics. Okay. The kinematics is the study of motion of bodies without reference which cause the motion. Or the other definition, the study about relationship between displacement, velocity, acceleration, and time is called kinematics. Next is the kinetics. Kinetics is just add the force along with displacement, velocity, acceleration, time. Add a force. That's called kinetics. It is a study of bodies with the reference to the force which cause the motion. Okay. It is a study of relationship between the forces acting on your body, the mass of the body and motion of the body. Okay. So it deals with the force, mass, acceleration. This is called kinetics. Force, mass, acceleration. When you say acceleration, it includes all things: displacement, velocity, time. Okay. These are the definition for kinematics and kinetics difference. Okay. Then rectilinear motion. First, we are going to discuss kinematics. Rectilinear motion. What is rectilinear motion? It is a point object moving along a straight line is called rectilinear motion. Just imagine the car is moving on the road. is a rectilinear motion. Bike is moving on the road. So any object moving a straight line path is called a rectilinear motion. In these terms already you discussed, you have learned in the already in 12th standard or 10th standard, or CB students learned in 10th standard. Okay, these are the parameter terms important before going to analyze the problems. Okay, you must know the difference between various terms. So speed, we are generally telling speed. What is the speed of the car? What is the speed of the bus? What is the speed of the aeroplane? But we are using also the velocity also sometimes. What is the velocity? But we are not using always velocity. What is the span speed? So you must know the difference. What is the speed? The speed of your body may be defined as its rate of change of displacement with respect to its surroundings. With respect to its surrounding, the speed of the body is irrespective of its is called a scalar. It is and is a scalar quantity. I'm giving example. Just imagine you are traveling to, suppose just imagine you want to go to Chennai to Pondicherry. So which one is the main route? There is a easier is that is East Coast Road, no main route. But some fellow where they're going that GST road. They go to Tindivanam and they will from then they are reaching the Pondicherry. This is so many ways, no? So many ways to we can reach the Pondicherry. But when you go straight line, just imagine the road is just straight. Imagine the easier road is just imagine straight. This is called velocity. When you go to Chennai to Pondicherry in the straight line path, not turning, just neglect the turning and the curve, everything. Okay, if you go to Chennai to Pondicherry through ECR, we can say this velocity. The path is a straight line. If you go from Chennai to Tambaram to Viluppuram, Tindivanam, then Tindivanam to some places, then again go to Pondicherry. This is called distance. Understand? So that is called surrounding. See here, the speed of the body may be defined as its rate of change of displacement with respect to its surroundings. Okay. Velocity. That's why we are telling the what is the bus speed, what is the car speed. Okay? You can go any direction and come to the place. Okay. Then velocity. Velocity of body may be defined as its rate of change of displacement with respect to surroundings in a particular direction. In a particular direction. As the velocity is always expressed in particular direction, therefore it is a vector quantity. So velocity is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it has magnitude and direction. Speed is a scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. It does not have direction. See, the fan is rotating, no? The fan is rotating clockwise, anti-clockwise. So we can say velocity, rotation, anti-clockwise, same direction. Sometimes motor speed, we are telling motor speed. So you to know the difference between speed and velocity. Speed is the scalar quantity, velocity is the vector quantity. Then acceleration. Acceleration means change the speed. We know we are first gear we are going, we can go up to some speed only. If you change a gear now, second gear to, that is first gear to second gear, we can go some speed. Then if you change third gear to fourth gear, so we can increase the maximum speed. That is called acceleration. Okay. So without a gear also sometimes now the scooty and the ladies vehicle, no, without a gear is coming nowadays. So they just rotating acceleration. So speed without changing gear, they can accelerate. Okay. So acceleration of your body may be defined as the rate of change of its velocity. Rate of change of velocity. It is said to be positive when the body increases its time. So speed increases. First gear to second gear, speed increases. Second gear to third gear, speed increases. Third gear to fourth gear, speed increases. That is called acceleration. That is positive. Now, fourth gear to third gear, speed decreases. Third gear to second gear, speed decreases. Second gear to first gear, speed decreases. That is negative, no? That is negative when the velocity decreases with time. That is called a retardation. Students, that is called retardation. The negative acceleration is also called retardation. Okay. So you must know difference. What is acceleration? Deceleration. Retardation, other name, deceleration. Decreases speed. Acceleration increases speed. So the time to denote rate, it may be uniform or variable. Okay. So in the velocity, you can don't jump suddenly you can't change a gear. After reaching some speed, you can change a gear. That is called uniform acceleration. Okay. Acceleration may be uniform or variable. That is changing time, no? First gear to that is 0 to first gear. First gear is attain some speed gradually. Then second gear, second to first to second, gradually speed increases. That is called uniform acceleration. The scooty, directly you are increasing the acceleration without changing gear. Then uniform acceleration. If the body moves in such a way that its velocity changes in equal magnitude, in equal interval time, it is said to be moving with uniform acceleration. That is gradually you are changing. First gear, we can go up to maximum some speed. After that speed, we can change this gear. Then that first gear to second gear, gradually speed increases. That's why the selling, the marketing people tell, don't change it immediately. If we change it frequently, there is better losses. There is a lot of inefficiency, So you have to always do uniform acceleration. If the vehicle is serve more time, so we can handle proper. Okay. Variable acceleration. The body moves such a way that velocity changes unequal magnitude. Suddenly, in equal interval of time. It is said to be moving with a variable acceleration. That is, the car is going high speed. We are suddenly braking, suddenly change gear without reaching the minimum speed. If the vehicle goes to going with the fourth gear, suppose we can't stop, So what do you have to? First, you gradually reduce the third gear, second gear. But that gives the lifelong of the car. But suddenly, it will damage. Okay. That is unequal magnitude. See here, a body moves such a way, its velocity changes in unequal magnitude in equal interval of time. It's said to be moving with a variable acceleration. Then distance traveled. How do you calculate distance traveled? See, if it is the total distance moved by a body. It is the total distance moved by a body, distance traveled. You are going from Chennai to Pondicherry, that distance. It is a total distance moved by the body. So for consider uniform motion, uniform velocity, the body is moving uniform velocity. Therefore, this relation S equal to V into T. S equal to V into T. S means distance or displacement. V is velocity. T time. So if you want distance, you have to multiply with the velocity in time. Okay. Now imagine a particle P moving from O to X direction, positive direction, O to X direction. It traveled it starts at O and move at a place at a P point. So we know some parameters. What is the U equal to initial velocity? U equal to initial velocity, V equal to final velocity, and T time taken by a particle change its velocity from U to V. Then A, uniform positive acceleration, and S, distance traveled in T seconds. Remember, U equal to initial velocity. So imagine your car started, a bike started, first gear. First gear, after reaching second gear, the velocity changes. You have gone some place, you have gone some distance. So that is S equal distance traveled in T seconds. A is the positive acceleration. Positive acceleration means what? Increases speed. Okay. V equal to final velocity. Okay. Therefore, we have equation, that is uniform. This equation is uniform accelerated motion equations. V equal to U plus AT. V means final velocity. U means initial velocity. Plus A, acceleration. T, time. seconds. Okay, this is the first equation. This three equation, no? The equation's name is called uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion equation. Then S equal to ut plus half at squared. Then v squared equal to u squared plus 2as. Students, remember these three equations. V equal to u plus at. S equal to ut plus half at squared. V squared equal to u squared plus 2as. Where V is means final velocity. U means initial velocity. S is distance traveled. A equal to acceleration. T equal to time. We know distance. What is the distance? One dimension, no? Students, distance one dimension. What is the unit? Meter or centimeter or millimeter. We are telling you know, Pondicherry to Chennai, 100 kilometers, 70 kilometers. That is meter, one dimension. What is the velocity unit? Velocity unit, meter per second. Velocity unit, meter per second. Acceleration, meter per second square. Acceleration, meter per second square. So these three equations belongs to uniformly accelerated motion. Now uniform motion. Students, what is uniform motion? That the speed is constant. Speed is constant. The vehicle, the car moving with constant speed. Suppose the vehicle is after reaching fourth gear. After the fourth gear, no, the driver is keeping constant speed. That is 60 km per hour. There is a green color in our bike or car, no, for saving our petrol, no. So always maintaining constant speed. Sometimes the train also going, no, someplace after leaving from Chennai, there is a in between remote area, no, there is a constant speed. So this what is the uniform motion? The speed is constant. Uniform motion means that is the vehicle moving with constant velocity or uniform velocity or uniform speed. You can say uniform motion. S equal to that relation S equal to V into T. What is S? Distance or displacement. What is V? Velocity. See here V means don't take final velocity. Velocity. S is called velocity because speed is constant. No. So initial velocity, final velocity constant. So uniform motion only one relations. S equal to Vt. This three equation uniformly accelerated motion. Students, uniformly accelerated motion. See, based on the given data, question the given question, you have to choose the first three equation or this equation. When you have to use this equation S equal to Vt, they mention uniform motion. When they mention, you can choose. When you have to take these three equation, uniformly accelerated motion. Understand? Uniformly accelerated motion. And another very, very important point. This point you have to keep in your mind. Whenever the statement, a car start from rest, a car start from rest in the question, you automatically can take initial velocity 0. You can take automatically initial velocity 0. Understand? A car comes to rest. You automatically assume the final velocity 0. Yes, the car comes to rest means what is the final velocity? Definitely 0, no? If the car starts for rest means initial velocity 0. So this statement given the question, you can directly take it. Okay? Understand? See here. See the acceleration. See here. Acceleration. Acceleration means positive. The velocity is increases. Deceleration means velocity decreases. Okay. Deceleration means what? Retardation. Negative acceleration is called deceleration. And you see that this some definitely some already discussed. What is speed? Distance divided by time. You can go anytime, anywhere, and reach the final point. Divided by how much time you taken. That is called speed. Velocity in the same direction. That's why delta x. X means no horizontally straight line. Dx divided by t. So velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. Now see the graphical representation. See here, a vehicle goes to one goes to A to B. It goes straight line. No, we can say velocity. If you go somewhere around any places and reach a point, that is called speed. That is a difference. Okay, Velocity is a vector quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed, how fast you are traveling. Speed, how you fast traveling. Velocity, speed in a given direction, straight direction. Okay. This definition, no, what is velocity? ds by dt, no? What is velocity? We already should know. Velocity equal to rate of change of displacement with respect to time. ds by dt or del x by dt. Understand? Displacement by time. Speed is distance by time. Acceleration, dv by dt. Acceleration, dv by dt. Say rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. Change in velocity by time. That is dv by dt. So what we have discussed? What is acceleration? Acceleration means change in velocity by time. That is a dv by dt. Then velocity, this distance divided by time, ds by dt. ds divided by dt. Then speed, we know what is the difference in speed and velocity. And this assumption very important. When a car start for rest, so you can take the initial velocity 0. A car comes to rest, you take final velocity 0. Then what is the uniform motion? What is uniform motion? The car is moving with a constant speed or constant velocity. It's called a uniform motion. The speed is constant, we can say uniform motion. This is a uniform accelerated motion. What is uniform accelerated motion? The car, no, just imagine the car is 4 gear. So we are uniformly increases speed. In uniformly increases velocity, what is this called a uniform acceleration. So these three equation, uniformly accelerated motion. Therefore, you remember these three equation. We are going to use these three and this one. V equal to U plus AT. S equal to UT plus half AT squared. V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. What is V? Final velocity. What is U? Initial velocity. What is S? Distance. What is A? Acceleration. T, time taken. Then we know variable acceleration and uniform acceleration. Very important 2 more question. What is retardation? Retardation, other name, negative acceleration or deceleration. Okay. Acceleration means positive. When the speed velocity, body increases with the time. Retardation, velocity decreases with the time. We discussed what is rectilinear motion. What is rectilinear motion? The particle moving in a straight line path is called a rectilinear motion. Then we know the difference between kinematics and kinetics. Okay. So remember this equation and the assumption. We are going to solve the problems now. Madhuban, can you read the question now? Madhuban, can you read the question now? Luis, are you there? Luis. Nitin, can you read the question now?
Yes, sir. Car starting from rest is accelerated at the rate of 0.4 meter per square. Find the distance covered by the car in 20 seconds.
Okay. So in this question, a car starting from rest, see the rest given. I told you, no, a car starting from rest means what? You automatically take it is the initial velocity 0. Okay. A car starting from rest is accelerated at the rate of 0.4 meter per seconds. So starting from rest, that is initial velocity 0. Then acceleration given. Accelerated rate of 0.4 meter per second squared. A equal to 0.4 meter per second square. Find the distance, how much distance traveled the car in 20 seconds. Understand? So they ask the distance. What are data given? Acceleration given. A equal to 0.4 meter per second square. T equal to 20 seconds. So in the initial velocity 0, they did not mention the word is given. A car starting for a rest. A car starting for a rest. That is initial velocity 0. So we have three equations. Students, we have three equations. We have to select which equation is suitable for the given condition. V equal to U plus AT. S equal to UT plus half AT squared. Then V square equal to U square plus 2AS. So we have to use based on the given data which equation. So in this equation, the U given, A given, and T given. So we can use second equation. S equal to UT plus half AT square. The initial is 0, no? Car starting rest, that's why 0. Time 20 seconds plus half into 0.4, 0.4 into what is acceleration? 0.4, what is the time? 20 seconds, 20 squared. Therefore, distance traveled equal to 80 meter. Now, second question. A train traveling at 27 kilometer per hour. 27 kilometer per hour is accelerated at the rate of 0.5 meter per second square. Is accelerated at the rate of 0.5 meter per second square. What is the distance traveled by the train? What is the distance traveled by the train in 12 seconds? Okay. Therefore, traveling speed, the 27 kilometer per hour. So initial speed given. Initial speed given. And then acceleration 0.5 meter per second square. Then distance traveled. Yes, they asked again S equal to what is S? So T equal to 12 seconds. Students, 27 kilometer per hour. So what is the speed? What we know velocity is unit meter per second. So you have to convert 27 kilometer per hour. You have to convert meter per second. How do you convert? So 27 into 1000. 27 into 1000. Why I am putting 1000? The kilometer, no. So I am converting meter in terms of meter. That's why 27 into 1000 divided by hour. Divided by 1 hour equal to how many seconds? 3600 seconds. Therefore, 27 into 1000 divided by 3600. That answer becomes 7.5. Students understand? Kilometer per hour. How do you convert to meter per second? 27 into 1000. That is kilometer becomes meter. So you want the seconds, no? Therefore, hour 1 hour equal to 3600 seconds. Therefore, 27 into 1000 divided by 3600. So initial speed given. Okay. So we converted, then acceleration 0.5 meter per second square. Time taken, T equal to 12 seconds. Therefore, S equal to UT plus half AT squared. So we have three equations. So in this equation, they ask distance. So we can use this one. S equal to UT 7.5 into 12 plus half into 0.5. That is acceleration 0.5 and the 12 whole square. Therefore, S equal to 126 meter. Okay. Understand? What is the difference between previous question, this question? Previous question, the car start for rest. Students, car start for rest. That is initial velocity you have taken, initial velocity 0. Now a car train traveling, the initial speed given, 27 kilometer per hour. How do you convert to meter per second? 27 into 1000 divided by 3600. Okay. That is the difference. Now, third question. Luis, can you read the question? Luis? Uday Kumar, can you read the question? Third question. Uday Kumar? Arun Kumar, can you read
Yes,
the
sir.
question?
Uday Kumar here, sir.
Read the question. Third question.
Yes, sir. A scooter starts from rest and moves with a constant acceleration of 1.2 meters square. Determine its velocity after it has traveled from 60 meters.
So scooter start for rest. I told you, no, start for rest means what? The initial velocity take automatically 0. Students, be careful. Whenever start for a rest, he automatically can take initial 0. So the acceleration given. Acceleration equal to 1.2 meters per second square. What they asked? Determine its velocity. Which velocity? Final velocity. Understand? So after distance means which velocity? Automatically it's a final velocity. They asked V equal to question mark. How much time? How much distance traveled? 60 meter. So we have three equations. V equal to U plus AT. S equal to UT plus half AT square. Yes, the S that is V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. So in this question, see U involved, S involved, and final velocity involved. So we can use the third equation. So you have to decide, students, you have to decide which three out of three equations, which equation suitable. So here we the suitable equation V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. So initial velocity 0. Why initial velocity 0? The car start from rest. Be careful. The statement given, you automatically taken initial velocity 0. Then 2 into the acceleration given 1.2 into 60 meter. Therefore, V equal to the final answer 12 meter per second. Okay. See here they converted kilometer per hour. Student, they converted. I told you no. How do you convert kilometer per hour? How do you convert kilometer per hour? You have to multiply into 1000 divided by 3600. Now again they converted kilometer per hour, meter per second to kilometer per hour. This is the reverse process. Okay. If you want a meter per second into kilometer per hour, you multiply with 3600 divided by 1000. If kilometer per hour equal to meter per second, 12 into 1000 divided by 3600. Understand? So, sorry, 12, 43.2 into 1000 divided by 3600. 3600. So here they converted 12 meter per second to into kilometer per hour. How do you convert kilometer per hour? They multiply with it 12 into 3600 divided by 1000. It becomes 43.2 kilometer per hour. Suppose you want the 43.2 kilometer per hour into meter per second. What do you have to do? 43.2 into 1000 divided by 3600. Remember? Okay. Then next question. Arun Kumar, can you read the question now? Arun Kumar.
Yes, sir. On training a corner of motors resting at 20 ms and a child on road 50 mm ahead. He installed stop the engineering and applies brakes so as to stop the car within 10 meters of the child. Calculate the radiation and time required to stop the car.
Okay. See, on the turning a corner, a motorist rushing at 20 meter per second. A motorist coming initial speed rushing. So it comes with velocity. Already the motor is rushing at 20 meter per second. Find a child on the road 50 meter ahead. Arun Kumar, your bike is coming with the speed. Okay. Suddenly you have seen 50 meter away, one child is crossing the road. What you have to do? You are definitely, so you are already high speed, so you're applying brake. So when not sudden brake, gradually you are reducing speed. They stopped at how much distance? 10 meters of the child. Understand? Already 50 meters you have seen. After reducing the speed and apply the brake, you stopped the car within 10 meters of the child. Okay. So you are reducing speed. No, already I told you, students. Already I told you. When you reduce the speed, what is acceleration? Retardation. You can't say acceleration. If the speed increases, acceleration. When speed decreases, retardation. That's why they asked, calculate the retardation. See here, calculate the retardation. and the time required to stop the car, and the time required to stop the car. Understand? Time required to stop the car. So the initial velocity already the motor is coming with 20 meter per second. What is the final velocity? Why they have taken 0? Because comes to rest. I told two assumption. When car start for rest, the initial velocity is 0. When car comes to rest, final velocity is 0. Here when the car comes to stop, see here, the car comes to stop. Therefore, automatically you can take the final velocity 0. Understood? It's indirect meaning. So indirect meaning the question given. The motorist comes to stop. Okay. Therefore, automatically the final velocity 0. How much distance traveled? Already the 50 meter away he saw the child. After reaching 10 meter away he stopped the vehicle. So 50 minus 10. So he traveled 40 meter. Understand? This is a practical question. This question is practical. So you have to use imagination. 50 meter away you have seen the child. Now you want to stop the car. So after you have stopped at 10 meter before. Therefore, how much distance traveled? 50 minus 10? 40 meter. Okay. What they asked? Retardation. Retardation means what? That is negative acceleration. So we have initial velocity, final velocity, and what is the distance? So which is suitable? V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. See here. V squared equal to U squared plus 2AS. Final is at 0. They did not mention, they did not given, but we assumed. Why we assumed? Because the motor comes to rest, stop the vehicle. Okay. So initial velocity 20 square plus 2A. Distance traveled 40. Therefore, A here minus. I told you no. See, retardation means what? Negative acceleration is called retardation. Negative acceleration is called retardation. That is minus. Okay. A equal to minus. That minus means retardation, negative acceleration. That is the minus means reduce the speed. Okay, no value is negative, but the minus indicates what? You are reducing speed. You are reducing the speed. So minus 5 meter per second square. What is the next question? Time required to stop the vehicle. So you traveled, 40 meter you traveled. Okay, therefore how much time taken? You use the first equation, V equal to U plus AT. V equal to U plus AT. So V 0. Why V 0? Because the indirectly given the question. The car comes to rest. Okay. Then U plus AT. What is the U? 20. What is A? Already calculated minus 5. So T equal to 4 seconds. Understood? Aditya, do you understand the question? Aditya, Jharkhand, Aditya, do you understand? Okay. Darshini, are you understand the question? Darshini? Okay, last question. A motor car takes 10 seconds. See, this is the advanced question. So far we discussed direct questions. This is something you have to use your brain. Okay. A motor car takes 10 seconds to cover 30 meters. A car takes 10 seconds to cover 30 meters. This is the first condition. Okay. And 12 seconds to cover 42 meters. 12 seconds to cover 42 meters. Second condition. Then find the uniform acceleration of the car. Find the uniform acceleration of the car and its velocity at the end of 15 seconds. So this question is a different from other one. This is your, we have to form the equations. So the first condition, see here, a motor car takes 10 seconds to cover 30 meters and 12 seconds to cover 42 meters. Find the uniform acceleration of the car and its velocity at the end of 15 seconds. Okay. So the first condition, I'm taking first condition. T equal to 10 seconds. S equal to 30 meter. What is second condition? T equal to 12 second. What is S? 42 meter. Okay. So first you use the first condition. So we know T and S. We know T and S. Which equations involved T and S? We know U equal to, that is S equal to UT plus half a d square. S equal to UT plus half a d. So I'm using that equation. So what is S? 30 meter. Okay. So S 30 equal to UT plus half a d square. What is a T? 10. So for the equation 30 equal to 10U plus 50A. 30 equal to 10U plus 50A. First condition. So I am multiplying with 6. This equation I am multiplying with 6. Therefore 30 into 6, 180. 10 into 6, 60. 50 into 6 is 300. So the first equation 180 equal to 60U plus 300A. Based on the first case. Now come to second case. T equal to 12 seconds. S equal to 42. The same equation. S equal to UT plus half AT square. See here. Second condition. S equal to 42. Okay. So S equal to 42 UT. What is a T? 12. 12 plus half AT square. Half into A. T how much? 12. Therefore the equation 42 equal to 12U plus 72A. I am multiplying with again 5. Okay. So therefore 5 into 42, 210. 5 into 12, 60. 5 into 72, 360. So this is second case. So first equation 180 equal to 60U plus 300A. Second equation 210 equal to 60U plus 360A. Understand? Why I multiply between 6 and 5? Because we want to remove no any so we know x plus y equal to 76. 2x plus 3y equal to something 100. So we are multiplying again no 2x again to the equation 1 multiply 2. The same method already here followed. See here 60U, here also 60U, see here also 60U. So after simplification, the acceleration A equal to 0.5 meter per second. So here the two conditions given, we formed two equation, then we solved. Which equation we used? S equal to UT plus half AT square. So we have calculated A, uniform acceleration, A equal to 0.5. See here, find the uniform acceleration. Now they asked what? Its velocity at the end of the 15 seconds. Its velocity end of 15 seconds. So now we calculated A. Okay. Therefore, you apply any one equations. Any one equation, no, equation 1 or 2. 180, 60U plus 300, you can use our apply the A in here. Therefore, you got it U equal to 0.5 meter per seconds. So now we have acceleration we calculated, U calculated. What is final velocity? V equal to U plus AT. V equal to U plus AT. So what is a U? 0.5. What is A? 0.5. What is a T? 15 seconds. So V equal to 8 meter per second. Understand? So in this question, two condition given. So we formed two equation and we simplified. Then we got it A. After applying A, we calculated A, we applied the equation 1, we got U. So on the final aim, what is the final aim? What is the velocity at the end of 15 seconds? That is final velocity. So we have V equal to U plus AT. V equal to U plus AT, we got it 8 meter per second. Okay.